So welcome to the 5th episode, I think it is, for the MRL. Wait!
Oh no!
Well, thank you for listening. That's it for this time.
That was a successful podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably like a Wi-Fi thing, I don't know. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec. I'll go and ask him what's up.
Then it's like, yeah, good.
His PlayStation just turned itself off.
Oh.
Wow. You're doing that until he joins back. A yes or a no? That's a yes then.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Hello. Okay, so let's try again. Welcome to the 5th episode, I think it is, of the MRL podcast. Today we have Seb and Jono Milsi on the podcast. So, Seb, first tell who you are, what team in MRL, and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Seb. I'm a driver for Scuderia Tiso.
So, Jono?
Hi, I'm Jono. Driver for Scuderia Tiso as well.
So,
yeah.
Right now I segue right to this question that I was planning for later, but this is a good opportunity. So how does having your brother be a sim racer too affect you? Because like right now I don't know if it was Wi-Fi or something, but Jono disconnected from the party. But do you think it's good that you both are sim racers, and what are like the plus and minus sides of it?
Firstly, I disconnected because I turned off my PlayStation by accident. I'm very sorry. But secondly, I think positives-wise, there are a lot of advantages because you can give each other tips, advice. You know, it's a lot easier to work together as well. Because if you want to sort something out, say you're planning on doing something for next season that's slightly different, you can work better in person with them because they're in the same house as you. But yeah, negatives wise, definitely Wi-Fi being one, and also I guess kind of cost as well, because we both have Logitech G29s, don't we, Seb?
Yeah.
So
and
that's not cheap.
PlayStation and monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not cheap.
Yeah. So I got a question. I don't remember who it was from, but ask Jono if he thinks he can beat Seb in the championship this season. This came like a week ago or something.
Okay. This season?
That's a good one.
I don't know. It will be tight. I think Seb's 2 races in the Aston helped his championship. And the FT.
Race.
You had 2, didn't you?
No, I only had can't remember. Oh, Saint Croix A. Yeah, I only had that in the Aston.
Oh right. But yeah, I think we're getting to the stage of the season where the FT1's starting to show its advantages over the McLaren, with its sort of bonus of the straight line speed. So it will be tough, but I think I can just beat him.
Okay, what does Seb think?
Seeing as I got the P2 on Friday, um, I think that will put me over the edge, and if I can keep this pace up in the final 3 races, I think I'm definitely going to beat him.
Okay, so question for Seb, what is the best car you've driven this season? Because there's been many.
Does that include tier 2?
Yes.
Um, there's two. I'd definitely say the Audi and the Aston, mainly because the Audi you can just throw it through corners, and the Aston because it has a huge advantage over all the other GTEs.
Okay, so question for both. Jono can answer first now. So, what is kind of your best and least favorite friends in MRL? You don't have to like hate them or anything, but someone who you just don't particularly click with, or you're not in parties
Yeah.
with. Okay, who?
Oh, are we talking just in MRL now?
Yes, best
Yeah.
and least favorite.
I get on really well with Sam and Matthew,
Yeah.
Junior as well. So I'd say they're sort of the three get along with best. Vince as well, you could throw into there.
Yeah.
People I don't click with, AFS, Binotto, whatever he's going by now.
Mm.
I don't get along too well with him. But yeah, there's no one now that I really hate or don't get on with at all in MRL. Not anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. What about Seb?
I'd say like the people who I most click with are probably Elmarie and Ollie, but people who I don't really click with, I don't think there's anyone there. Because I get along with quite a lot
Okay.
of people in MRL.
Could you be teammates with everyone?
Yeah, if I had the opportunity, then probably yeah.
Okay. So now a bit of a lighter question. Seb can start this time. If you had to take one MRL member to an island to rescue you, who would you take?
I know a lot of people have been saying Connor because he'll get you off quite
Everyone
quick.
said Connor.
Yeah. Not sure. Maybe Elmarie
Okay.
because I get along with him. And also
He has a
he's
broken wrist though.
yeah, but
It's
ignore
not
that.
permanently broken.
It is.
But ignore that bit.
Okay.
I think we could work well together and get off quite quick.
That sounded wrong. Okay, Jono.
I think there's two ways of looking at this. There's the way of you want to get off the island, and there's the way of you just want to survive. If I just want to survive, I'll take Junior because he's hilarious at times. But if I want to actually get off the island, I don't know. I think I'll take Vince.
Okay.
Ooh.
So favorite food and drink. Jono, start.
Drink, despite the fact I have a cup of tea in front of me, is probably vanilla Coke.
Okay.
Food-wise, I'm not sure. If you go to Seb, I'll come back to you with food.
Okay.
Alright, so food for me, definitely chicken chow mein from like Chinese takeaway or something. And drink, ooh, probably like apple juice or something.
Yeah.
I got my food. I'm probably gonna say KFC popcorn chicken.
Popcorn chicken. What
It
is
is
that?
very not.
I don't know what
It's
that
like,
is.
It's like these small. It's like a chicken nugget, but smaller.
Oh yeah. I haven't
Um,
had those, but they sound quite good.
yeah, but with like the KFC sort of batter, sort of whatever skin on.
Okay, so Jono start. Wait, did you start? Just yeah, Seb
I started
start.
that one.
What is the best MRL season you like from any tier and yeah, any season? What is the best one? In general, not just for you.
Um, well, it's definitely not the first season of Tier 2.
No.
I'd say this season is my best season, mainly because I got my first 3 Tier 2 wins, and I've got, what, 3 podiums in Tier 1 already.
Yeah.
So, definitely season 5.
Okay, what about Jono?
Best season. Memory wise, I think season. What was the first season? Season 3.
Okay.
Was it was a fun season for me. It was the first season we brought in the 2 categories, so it was LMP and
Yeah.
GTE. But yeah, I got my first podium at the end of that season. But it was, and I led my first laps as well at Monza. We were surprising given that I was in an Alpha 4C.
Yeah, but
no
it got
straight lines.
boosted though.
It got majorly boosted, but still.
Yeah, then an incident happened, and we don't talk about that.
No.
And I also won
well,
checkmate. Switch of topic. How do you prepare for stretches? What stretches? My mind is not working. Races. How do you prepare for races?
MRL races, normally it's a fish and chips because on Friday as a family we normally eat fish and chips.
Yeah.
So we just moved that forward and eat pre-race. So yeah.
Okay.
And mine's obviously the same, but yeah.
Okay.
Any other race, I just go into a party with whoever is like owning the lobby.
Yeah.
Apart
So,
from MRL.
what's your thoughts on the GT competition this year, Seb?
It's very tight at the
In
top.
tier 1.
And yeah, in tier 1 it is very tight at the top. And I think if Junior's Wi-Fi and if he can keep being Junior and being fast, he will get the championship. But I also think that if he has one more disconnect, I think the championship may be yours, Elias.
I won't comment anything on that, but Jono.
I think it's very interesting, sort of the way it's all come into place. How sort of at the start of the season we had the Astons that we knew were quick, but were inconsistent with showing up. But sort of as the season's gone on, we've had Victor and yourself start to creep up there to challenge. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight to the end. I do think it will go to Le Mans, the championship.
Me too. But let's see what happens on Friday. So, what are some tracks that are not in GT Sport? Real life tracks that you'd like to race on with MRL on GT Sport? Jono,
Are we talking? Sorry, hypothetical for next season?
Yeah, like what, like for me it would be Daytona Road Course that is not in GT Sport.
Yeah. I'd say Donington because it was one of the first actual racetracks I went to. Really enjoyed it, and probably Imola.
Yeah.
God, you stole my 2 tracks. But if I don't choose the same ones, I'd probably go Monaco, just so it would be really interesting.
Someone else
Or
said
Baku.
Monaco. I don't remember. I
think
remember.
Baku is quite a good circuit as well, so I
It
would
is a
quite like to see
good circuit.
MRL there.
Yeah, not
I
wet
don't think
though.
GT cars could fit through that
Not
castle
GT.
section though.
Yeah, not even one car. So, good luck getting past that in the weekend.
Just make it a bit wider.
Okay.
It's a prehistoric castle, Seb. You can't do that.
Seb is going to just drill a hole in the castle.
I would do that.
Okay, so Seb, start your best and worst teammates in MRL.
Well, I've only had 2.
Yeah.
And there's been, my brother and Lucas Underseeker in Tier 2. So, I'd definitely say the best teammate is obviously my brother, because A, he's had results in Tier 1, and he's my brother. So,
Yeah.
but Lucas, he's a nice guy, but results-wise, I think he would be the worst teammate out of the 2 I've had.
Jono.
Elias, what do you want me to say for this one, man?
I don't know, you tell me.
Best teammate. Sorry, Seb, I'm gonna say Matthew.
Not Senna.
Oh no! Oh, Senna's a shout. Although for the season, me and Senna were teammates. He didn't turn up. He turned up for 2 races. But yeah, I'd probably say Matthew. We had good memories with Asda Mazda, and we're looking to push for a constructors title next year with Rich Energy Porsche. So best, I'd probably say Matthew. Worst teammate, probably Ben. I mean, how long have you got for me to go into it? Or don't I?
Yeah, just say what you have to say.
He was very hard to work with because in season 4, it was a deal that I'd had all season long with Matthew, and I made it very clear to Ben when he joined the team that he would have to give up a race for the reserve driver, which was Seb. And he didn't do this till the end, like the last race at Le Mans, and 5 minutes before the start of the race, he decided to turn up and drive. So we ended up running a 3-car team, which wasn't fun.
What happened to the result? Did you all get disqualified?
No, he left during the. I think it was halfway through the race.
It wasn't even that.
Yeah, I
10
remember
minutes in the spun on the push.
I remember what happened, but I didn't know any of the details,
Yeah, Seb was set to race because he hadn't had a chance in the second Asda Mazda car all season. So yeah, but then just to work with, I mean, for going into this season, we said pick out of these 2 cars, and he found a 3rd car to choose. But yeah, it just wasn't fun working with him.
Yeah,
So yeah,
maybe other team principal or someone will click better with him. in the future.
Maybe.
So, what kind of music do you guys listen to? Seb, start.
Sometimes it's like 2000s, like Backstreet Boys. I want it that way, but sometimes I listen to more recent stuff, like don't know how to explain it.
Do
Good
you
music.
do you just casually listen to music? Is what you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So what about Jono?
I can listen to pretty much anything.
I can tell you a lot of stuff you wouldn't listen.
Well, yeah, but my Apple Music
Everyone
quite
who
does.
says that, they're bullshitting. Don't.
My Apple Music is quite diverse. I
Yeah.
have what is it? I've got Eminem in there. I've got Dr. Dre. I've also got Robbie Williams.
Eminem is cool.
Yeah. Robbie Williams. I've just got a nice sort of random selection.
Yeah. So, how do you kind of see the future of MRL? Do you see a different console, PC, or a game on PlayStation, or multiple games? What do you predict the car classes to be, and how do you think it will grow? And do you think it will last, like, let's say, plus 5 years?
I think we'll start by staying at Group 3 for a bit in GT Sport, but then maybe another league will sort of sprout, say an IndyCar league on Project Cars 2 maybe, or something like that. So yeah, or unless that there's another game out there that's similar to Project Cars 2,
Yeah.
but not as old. But yeah, I don't see us having an F1 league anytime soon, personally.
No, definitely.
But I think Project Cars 2, there's that nice sort of happy medium where it's similar to GT but more diverse. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I think MRL will go on to PC2 eventually. Would also quite like to see a Minecraft server. But I think maybe if the right amount of people manage to get the PS5 anytime soon, depending on its price, if it lowers or anything, I think we might move on to GT7 when that comes out.
When I have a chance, I'm getting a PC, and then it's adios.
Yeah, I think iRacing would be or iRacing or R Factor would be
That's
a good
what I was
step.
planning, because
Yeah.
around this year I'm probably getting it, but don't know what sim yet, because iRacing will cost me more than the PC eventually. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess, do you have a question for me? What's a spicy question you want to ask me?
Oh, I haven't thought about this.
Same.
I've asked it every time.
I know.
Do you
Tier 2
think-
next
Oh,
season.
yeah.
How do you think it's gonna go?
I don't. Obviously, it's better to track next season and watch, because there is like all the tier 1 teams have a team now, because now we have like 30 drivers and they all drive for like poo poo racing team. Like there's some guys joining, like, who's this, and then they're like, oh, it's a reserve, and it's like every round. So it's really messy to make the standings for Morgan and also me to follow and commentate, because I'm like, oh, P4, and who is this again? So yeah, it will be nicer to follow. Also, it will be just really nice racing, I think, again, because this season it has been really good, especially in the GT. There's been like whole race battles, like the first round in St. Croix already. There was a race-long battle between Velocity and GSM with both cars, and that was really nice to see. And they've also improved a lot, so I think we can see more of that next season.
What do you think the title fight this season's going to be? Like, between you and Junior?
Well, there's not only me and Junior, there's Sam and Victor as well, but it's gonna be really difficult to beat them because, like, yeah, on pace, like, you know, it's obviously very difficult against Junior. He's very fast.
Very fast.
You never know what can happen. If I win it, I'm probably gonna need some other factor than just pace, because there's 3 other quick drivers against me that can everyone win the championship if one of us runs into problems or something. So it's very difficult to say. Of course I'd hope to win it, but just really can't say yet.
Final one from me. How do you think the newer teams like Velocita and GSM are going to adapt to Tier 1?
Well, from the team principals, I really hope they're active, because that is a demanding job as well, to get the best out of your drivers and manage your drivers. GSM has been really good with that. They're pretty professional. So they're kinda like team really surprised me this season. They've been very organized, at least it looks to the outside, and Velocita as well. But I don't know actually, because they're gonna have to think really hard about drivers and stuff, because I don't know if the regulation is yet, but it probably will be that mid-season, like, switching around with drivers is banned, you know, so that's gonna be one factor. So it will be interesting. I think they will adapt well, and they will, maybe the drivers, I don't know if they will be surprised by Tier 1, but yeah, Tier 2 drivers are quick as well, they're really quick, but in Tier 1, like, we got Junior and Sam, and yeah, it's gonna, and Ricky is gonna be also, Senna, Matthew, there's all of these guys that are gonna be contending, like, at the top next season, so yeah, and Seb.
Hi. I don't have another question, but yeah. You good there?
No one.
Come on, Elias, firm it out, firm it out.
No one. Seb, I'd just like to say that I don't have another question. That's what I was laughing at. Okay, thank you for that announcement. So, who is gonna... Final question from me, then I'm running out of questions. Who will be your closest title contender next season?
As in who we're closest to in the championship standings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I'm probably going to say Stein.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Stein. Stein is gonna be there too. God damn.
I've recently I've been very competitive with him in other leagues.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice.
Oh, and you're in there too.
Huh. No, not Titi.
No, I said, like, you're in there too. I forgot about that as well.
But yeah, I think it will be fun to have him back and fun to battle him again. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. What about Seb?
I think that it will be close between me and obviously my brother, and I also think my teammate Vince will be very competitive, seeing as I'm really fast, I hope, in the Jag, while Vince, who I've never properly raced in GTE, will maybe come as a surprise, and I don't know, it'll be very tight, I reckon.
Okay, so if you guys have nothing to add, then this is enough for me. I have no other questions.
Yeah, I think we're all good.
Okay, so thanks for coming to the podcast, and this episode is ending now. Oh no! What's a question you'd like to ask the next person? Don't know who it's yet, but what would you like to ask?
It all really depends on who it is, though, for me. But seeing as you don't know, I guess, for next season, how well do you think you're gonna do?
Okay.
Who do you think has the best livery on the grid for either this or next season? Depends on what we're closer to.
What do you guys think about that now?
Oh, as we've already confirmed our livery at Rich Energy Porsche, I'm going to say we have the best livery.
No, but for this season.
Oh, this season.
Idiot sandwich.
I think the Arrow cars look nice.
Yeah,
The Audi Arrow. But yeah.
For me, GTE, probably Rebellion,
Thank you.
and in LMP, either Golf Porsche or Funny F1, their new livery.
Oh yeah, the Kinder one.
That's quite nice.
Yeah. Got it. Now I'm gonna go do homework. So thank you for being on the podcast, and I will end it now.
Thank you.